Mark Clemens with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune alongside our Baton Rouge area big school coach of the year, Neil Weiner. Coach, congratulations on the honor. And I guess for starters, just kind of recap the year for us, just sort of what was it like going through the year. And a lot of the coaches sort of picked you for this honor as well as us because of what you did with the guys you had in place. And just when you start the year, every coach wants to win district, wants to win state title. But when you kind of look back on the year you had with the players you had, the season that was in front of you, are you pleased overall with the way the year turned out for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way our season ended, wins and loss wise, I think everybody could be proud to be in the quarterfinals. We were just really excited as a coaching staff that our kids just never gave up and came to work hard every day, even though, early on we were battling injuries, breaking in first-year starters pretty much across the board, and dealing with a couple of losses here or there. We're just really excited. Our kids just had a great attitude the whole time and just refused to give in.
A 7-3 season, and you lose to a very good Parkway team that made it to the Dome in the playoffs. And when I saw you guys this summer, you mentioned the new starters and everything. One of the positions was quarterback, which ended up switching throughout the year. How do you have the kind of success you have whenever you have Keon Brown sort of in the summer, and then it sort of switches to Lindsey? Just when you have that, especially at quarterback, having to go through that kind of transition, what's the key to sort of staying successful but sort of breaking in the new guys at the same time?
Well, I think it's a credit to our coaching staff. It's certainly not just me, but all the coaches that we have in every position group. They're high character guys, and they care about the kids they coach. And so I think we have kind of a healthy environment, a healthy attitude that we're able to be honest with our kids and tell them where they stand, what they need to work on, and we really try to speak greatness into them. We try to bring the best out of them, and so. Keon did a fantastic job of learning the position, never really having played other than maybe, as a youngster in youth football. And our kids rallied around him. And Lindsey came in, I guess, in the middle of the summer, and nobody really knew anything about him. And he just quietly went to work. And we asked him to step in and fill some spot duty for Keon as he was learning the position, and Keon got hurt. And Lindsey just really came into his own. I think both kids are high character kids, and the rest of the team they rallied around Keon when he stepped up for the team, and then when he went down, they stepped up for Lindsey as well.
And when you look at especially your team, there's really no, a lot of teams have like one or two studs who are kind of 4 or 5 star kind of guys. You don't have any of those big studs. You have a lot of hardworking guys. Who are some of the guys? Forest Town, Keon Brown, Lindsey Scott are all the names that we know. Who are some of the guys that kind of when you have this kind of year with the players you have? Who are some of the guys who really stood out to you and maybe either surprised you or guys maybe not surprised by, but just really kind of put the team on their back and help get to where y'all were this year?
Yeah, absolutely. The last few years our defense has, kind of had a bad reputation. I've always felt we just happened to play some good teams and play really well. But, this year defensively we were much better. And even if you look at our scores in the playoffs, our offense, shined and put up big points, and we gave up some points. But the truth is we played really, really good teams. Our defense all year long was outstanding for us. And we had 3 seniors that played on the defensive line that were not your typical looking 5A defensive linemen, but just played their butts off. Matthew Bowman was a defensive end who was outstanding. Brian Davis, nicknamed Toast, was probably our most valuable player on defense, and probably the smallest defensive lineman that we've ever had. And then at nose guard, Matthew Morgan. So those 3 guys right there are just kind of unsung heroes for our defense that made a huge, huge difference for us.
And you mentioned the 3 seniors. We also had a good number of young guys that'll be back next year. When you kind of give, I know it's early, but a little outlook on the next year, obviously a lot of things to look forward to, a lot of bright spots to look forward to. What's sort of your early outlook on next year's team?
Absolutely. Zachary loses some key players at each position group. Offense, we lose some very good receivers. We lose a great running back. We lose some 2 senior linemen that started for us. On the deep, we lose our whole defensive line. It's the starters. We lose 1 senior linebacker. We lose 1 senior defensive back. With that being said, the guys that return are outstanding and got great experience this year. Will have supreme confidence in the schemes they're running, and I really think that the brightest days are in the future for Zachary.
Looks like a bright future for Zachary with Neil Weiner and Mark Clemens, NOLA.com.